Greetings to fans of Kaiju number 8, as well as fans of pumped strong monsters. Or men, it's a matter of taste. I'm sorry for the others. In this video, we will review all the numbered Kaiju, their abilities and design. In part, this is the basic level of lore in this universe. Well, someone has not read the manga, but someone has read it. Someone just got acquainted with the anime and decides to read the manga and watch such videos to understand what is going on there, plus or minus, to know what to expect, and Kaiju is on the agenda. Let's start right away with the numbered Kaijus and their abilities, and then we'll move on to the usual Kaijus, of which there are quite a lot, but no more than numbered Kaijus, which I was personally surprised at. Kaiju number 1 has good size and foresight power. It was said that it was impossible to dodge his attacks. This Kaiju sees the signals sent by the brain, and has the ability to read them, which is why it predicts the further actions of the enemy. His fortitude is unknown. It was turned into a numbered weapon for Narumi Gen, and I will immediately make a remark. Any numbered Kaiju is at least above 8.0 points. And so far, the smallest known fortitude of the numbered Kaiju is the numbered Kaiju number 9, with an 8.3 score, but we'll talk about it later. In general, fix it in your head that every Kaiju should at least be above 8 points of fortitude. Kaiju number 2. Again, it has a large size. It was able to batter the city very much with an attack. Well, basically everything. Fortitude is unknown. Turned into a numbered weapon for General Shinomiya. There's not much to say about him. Kaiju number 3. He is not in the manga, has not been shown, nothing is known about him. Maybe strong, maybe not. Definitely stronger than any other Kaiju. Kaiju number 4. Flying Crocus, the only numbered Kaiju who can fly. He was eliminated and turned into a weapon. He remembers his past carrier very well, and when Kikoru became its bearer, she clearly either looks at her disapprovingly or doesn't understand what the fuck kind of snot this is. Most likely, he has the beginnings of intelligence, given how observant he is, and how he actually looks at Kikoru's actions. Fortitude is also unknown. Kaiju number 5. Again, nothing is known about him either, as about number 3. Most likely it was turned into a numbered weapon for one of the squad leaders. Kaiju number 6, the King of Kaiju. It has the power of freezing and gigantic size, as well as the ability to accelerate brain signals, which is why it has a good reaction. Fortitude, 9.6 points, a record before the appearance of Kaiju number 8, was considered the strongest Kaiju. Kaiju number 7. Again, nothing is known about him. It was eliminated, most likely became a numbered weapon, and so on. Kaiju number 8. Our main character is the strongest Kaiju, and at the same time the first person who was turned into a Kaiju. It appeared due to the fact that a flying Kaiju worm flew into Kibin's Kafka. It has the highest fortitude in history, 9.8 points. It has some kind of rage form, in which it is multiplied, but the Kafka loses control of the body. In this form, his fortitude is gradually increasing. It was shown that perhaps its size could reach the level of Kaiju number 2, and its size was larger than buildings. The current size in the range is plus or minus 3 meters, but with this height, he already had a fortitude of 9.8 points. But it's worth noting that you don't need to consider height and size with fortitude, because that's not how it works, guys. So maybe nothing will change from the size, but his strength clearly grew and grew higher than 9.8 points. Of course, they didn't tell us exactly how much. Kaiju number 9. This is a super old Kaiju that has been around since the Edo era, can absorb anything and inherit their powers and knowledge. The first Kaiju to gain self-awareness and intelligence. Well, maybe not the first, but according to what is shown in the manga, it is the first. Gradually developed over the course of 1,000 years. Currently, he has created a huge Kaiju army and absorbed the number 2 Kaiju suit. His fortitude is unknown, but in his most basic weak form, he had a fortitude of 8.3 points. Kaiju number 10. This is the second Kaiju after number 9, who gained self-awareness and intelligence. It was created by number 9 as a prototype of Kaiju number 12. He can control other Kaijus and those who never stray from the pack themselves. In its basic form, it has a fortitude of 8.3 points. In peak form, it has a fortitude of 9 points. He was defeated and turned into a numbered weapon for the castle of the 3rd Squad, Hoshina. Kaiju number 11, the Crocus of the Sea. has 9 points of fortitude, controls the water. It was created by number 9 as a component of his army. He also possesses consciousness and intelligence, again created to defeat Narumigen, but was eventually defeated. Kaiju number 12. It was created by number 9 as a completed version of the base number 10. It has a fortitude of 9 points. He is very fast and is a swordsman himself. He has consciousness and intelligence, quickly adapts to difficult situations in battle. Created to defeat Hoshina from a suit from number 10. As a result, he was defeated again. Kaiju number 13. It was created by number 9, but he is his strongest creation with a peak fortitude of 9.2 points. He is unlikely to have consciousness and intelligence, is able to freeze all objects in the area, and has tremendous physical strength with speed. Kaiju number 14. Again, it was created by number 9 to capture Ashiro Min. It has a fortitude of 9 points. His only ability is to teleport and belch fire into the area. It is also a portal for moving from point A to point B. Kaiju number 15. Was created by number 9 to defeat Kikoru. He has monstrous physical strength, good speed, and mental attack. In the plot, there was one who had both personality and intelligence, wanted to get her father's love, that is, number 9, but eventually realized that she was being manipulated and began to envy Kikor, since her parents really loved her. In fact, Kaiju is not particularly dangerous if you instill it on your side. She is a simple-minded girl by nature. It has a fortitude of 9 points. It differs from a human only in that it is a kaiju. Okay, the kaiju license plates are sorted out, then let's talk about the usual ones. And we start with a big crab, which was shown at the very beginning of the anime. It has a fortitude of 3.5 points and a height of 60 meters. Although I think she deserves a lot more fortitude, considering what she has done and what she can destroy. Next, a spider-like creature, 2.5 points and 10 meters tall. Next is the tadpole. They have a fortitude of 2.5 points and a size of 4 meters. Reinforced tadpoles have a fortitude of 3.8 points. The next in line is the satellite of the tadpole. It has a fortitude of 5.4 points and a size of 6 meters. In the enhanced version, it has a fortitude of 6.4 points and the ability to launch an energy projectile from a horn. It is associated with tadpoles by one weakness: they have no vision, but very good hearing but vulnerable to stun. Next, the pussy mushroom is 7 meters in size and a fortitude of 2.3 points. Mum mushroom has a size of 160 meters and a fortitude of 7.1 points. Almost like Daikaiju, the only distinguishing ability is that it can give birth to pussy mushrooms. Next comes the actual manga. Although I also mentioned the manga in the numbered kaijus, but now I'm just talking about ordinary kaijus. Wyverns have a fortitude of 6.4 points, are capable of exploding and flying. Random, large daikaijus have fortitude above 8.0 points, are able to spit an explosion. Then again, some random kaiju also know how to shoot some kind of explosion, have a fortitude above 8.0 points. The next in line is overgrown mantises. I don't know what kind of fortitude they have. Well, maybe above 4 points, and that's not a fact. Well, actually that's all. I either forgot the others or did not mention them, but you can write in the comments, if any. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel.